So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hearst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, takes to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hearst breaking tackle after tackle. Swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? Y'all know what time it is, man. March Madness near midnight. I didn't start exactly midnight. So happy Saturday to everybody on the East Coast. Good evening to everybody on the West Coast. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're going to jump right into it, man. Y'all know what it is. All right. First up, Steady Eddie over here, my man DJ Malone. How many rushing touchdowns do you think Lance will have next season? 6. It's my lucky number. I'm riding with it, man. 6 for the win, baby. What did you guys have for dinner? I don't know what my kids had. Oh, we had IHOP. We went to IHOP last night, and of course, most of my kids didn't finish it. So they had IHOP. I had some leftover spaghetti. Had to get my carbs up. All right. Who do you consider to be the last great 49ers quarterback? Great and elite. I use those words the same way. I'm going to have to go with Steve Young. We haven't had an elite or a great quarterback since then. I know some people might say Jeff Garcia. I don't consider that. That was a really, really good career, solid career, but not great. Not great. Alex Smith, not great. Colin Kaepernick, not great. Blaine Gabbert, not great. Jimmy Garoppolo, not great. Am I missing anybody who was a quarterback since then? CJ Beathard, not great. Nick Mullins, not great. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with. I'm definitely. Anybody know what movie that's from? Definitely got to, Wapner. Got to watch Wapner. Anyhow, sorry. Yeah, definitely gonna go with Steve Young. What are your thoughts on corned beef hash? I know what you meant. Corned beef hash. I've never had it before, so I don't have any thoughts on it. Our offensive tackles harder. Are offensive tackles harder to go against than guards? They're two different positions. You can't say that they're harder to go against because the people going against them have different jobs. People going against guards, the defensive tackles are usually guys that are lower tier pass rushers, but good run stoppers. And the guys going against tackles are usually your edge rushers, and their job is to put pressure on the quarterback and contain the run, not exactly stop the run up the middle. So different jobs. It's harder for me to answer that. But they say that the best offensive linemen are tackles. So I guess by default, you kind of got to go with tackles, right? DJ Malone doubling up on us, man. What's the difference between 4-3 defensive end and 3-4 outside linebackers? Honestly, it depends on which side, Sam or strong side or weak side outside linebackers. And it could be containing the run versus pass rushers, pure pass rushers. Not much of a difference other than hand in the ground versus standing up. And I've even seen some 4-3 defensive ends do 3-point stance, 4-point stances. It's not much of a difference, but that's the best thing I got. You guys know I'm not the most technical person here, but I have some confidence in my answer there. All right. Is there a formation on defense that matches well against the spread air raid offense? And you're going to look at dime packages or big nickel packages. You're going to be going out against guys that are spreading the ball around a lot. 3 wide receiver sets, 4 wide receiver sets. You got to have your nickel package or your big nickel package out there. All right. Gerald Roden says, how does Deshaun Watson being in the mix affect Niners trying to trade Jimmy? None at all. All right. I'm going to say this, and I want to make sure I don't say this the wrong way, right? Franchise quarterbacks or guys that are believed to be able to get your team to the playoffs. Okay. Those are the guys that are going to be the quarterbacks of the franchise. They do not get traded within the conference. So Deshaun Watson being available he's going to be traded from the AFC to the NFC. Jimmy Garoppolo is more than likely, I tell you what, it'll tell you what the 49ers think of him. But if Jimmy is who they think he is and who they say they think he is, he'll be traded to the AFC. So it doesn't matter. Right now, the Texans are going to be looking for a team inside the NFC to trade him to. And the 49ers, if Jimmy is who they claim that he is, will be looking to send him to the AFC. And that's because you don't want that person knocking you out of the playoffs or being the reason you don't make it to the postseason. All right. So they try to get them to the opposite side. All right. You look at Russell Wilson. He went from the NFC to the AFC, even though the Giants offered a better package and better players. The Seahawks weren't trying to hear it. They don't want to have to lose to them or them be the reason that he doesn't make it, right? You look at who else got traded? Carson Wentz, right? Carson Wentz, the first time he was traded was from the NFC to the AFC, and now from the AFC back to the NFC. Anybody who thinks that their quarterback is good, they usually get traded to the opposite side. Joe Montana from the 49ers to the Chiefs. They don't go in the same conference. It's very, very, very rare. And I was going to say Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning wasn't even traded. He was just straight up released by the Colts, and then the Broncos picked him up. So that would be the closest thing to an outlier I can think of, but he wasn't traded. All right. Now you look at Steve Young, because we actually had this conversation in our group chat earlier, and people say, oh, well, he went from Tampa Bay to the 49ers. Yes, that was a trade, but Steve Young had played in 19 games and only won 3 of them. He was not considered a franchise quarterback. He developed into a franchise quarterback here in the system. So that's not the same, but people will try to use that as an example or the outlier, but that's not how it works. All right. Mike Vick from the Falcons to the Eagles, right? That wasn't really a trade. Mike Vick had been locked up and was out there on the market, and so it's not exactly the same. All right. Here we go. Pedro, he says, what do you think about Tom Brady Niners? So Tom Brady coming to the Niners is not going to happen. I think if that happens, it says that the 49ers don't have faith in their quarterback that they traded all that up to get in Trey Lance. And I think they have a ton of faith in Trey Lance. All right. Darren White chimes in. He says, do you think Jimmy G has more or less than a 50% chance to stay with the Niners? Less than. Way, way, way less than. I'm going to definitely say less. All right. I think this is a question, so I'm going to read it. Niner Enzo 209, 94 Niners versus the 81 Niners. It's interesting that you said the 81 Niners. It's an 80s team that I would say was better, but I'm going to say the 94 Niners. I'm going to go with the 94 Niners. Mark chiming in, man, what's going on? He says, "OG Big Mike, how was your day, big dog?" My day was pretty good. Thank you for asking, man. I don't think I've ever been asked that on here before. All right. But my day was pretty good, man. I had a pretty good day. Got to spend some time with family, work some overtime, so I got a little extra money. If my family's happy, I'm 99% of the time very, very good. So no complaints from me. Any chance NB Niners send someone to the combine in the future? In the future, yes. This year, no. All right. Thoughts on 49ers essentially making Sudfeld the backup with a $3 million contract. It's a $2 million contract with incentives to go up to $3 million. I say, if I had to put a percentage on it, 85%. 85%. O'Brien Andrews, that's my daughter. Hey, baby, how are you? Thanks for supporting daddy. All right. James, he says, would you be in the mix for Watson if you were the 49ers GM? No. You traded up too much to get Trey Lance. Now, I will say a straight up trade or maybe Lance plus some other things, plus some other pieces, but I wouldn't do it. I think you spent too much time developing Trey Lance. You spent the entire year. Watson doesn't know the system. I would ride this thing out with Lance. Younger, and we haven't seen what this kid has. It would be a disservice to the faithful and to yourselves. If you believe in your coaching staff which it's hard for me to say because they shipped off the quarterbacks coach and so on and so forth. But if you believe in your staff and the guys that you have around him to develop him, I think you want to see what he has. It sounds good, right? Watson is the proven commodity in the NFL. He hasn't won much, I'm saying, as far as like in the postseason and winning games like that. He hasn't won much there. And obviously neither has Trey Lance, but you traded all that up. I think the Niners wanted to get Watson. I think that's why they were willing to trade 3 firsts. You kind of have a meeting, right? Hey guys, I hear that Watson's going to be available. And so will we trade 3 first-round picks and some players and all that stuff? And I think they had a meeting behind closed doors and said, yeah, let's do it. And then all the trouble came out with Watson. I think they kind of scared the Niners off. But then you go back to the room and say, well, guys, we were willing to trade all this before. Why don't we trade this still, keep the players, and move up and get the quarterback that we want? That's how you end up with a Trey Lance. All right. So I kind of like that. Darren's back again. He says, should we pursue Bobby Wagner and or Chandler Jones? I wouldn't mind pursuing either one of those guys. I like our linebackers. I don't know that Bobby Wagner is going to be a significant upgrade. Now, here I am. I sound like the Niners when Tom Brady was available, right? They said they didn't think he was going to be a significant upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why they didn't pull the trigger. That's what the team said. I don't think that Bobby Wagner is going to be a significant upgrade over Aziz or Dre Greenlaw. You know what I'm saying? It would be a hell of a pair with him and whoever and Watts and Fred Warner. But I don't think it's going to be a significant upgrade. Bobby Wagner is going to give you that liability and coverage where Greenlaw can cover some and Aziz can move around too if you want him to. And then as far as Chandler Jones goes, I still think he's going to demand a lot of money. There are a lot of good, I said this a couple shows ago, there are a lot of good veteran pass rushers on the market. These guys are 30 to 34 years old. Very, very big names out there. Very big names. I think it's going to be a really, really interesting offseason. The NFL is smart. And this is what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to drive the market down for edge rushers this year. All right. Because there's so many big names, but they're older. I think they hold off on those guys because if you get them day one, you got to give a lot of money. Day two, you got to give a lot of money. Once you get past a week, the money significantly comes down for those edge rushers. So Chandler Jones, if he stays on the market long enough, could be a bargain because he's still very effective. I wouldn't be against either one of those guys joining, and we do need someone opposite of Nick Bosa. And you guys know me, I'm the biggest D Ford supporter out there, but you can't depend on him. And so whether he's here or not, you got to move on from him. You know, not move on, but you got to plan around him, whether he's here or not. Doesn't matter. Don't let D Ford be the reason you don't make a move for a guy like Chandler Jones. Just get a great rotation. All right. Danny Albright says, will Niners draft more defensive players or offensive players in the draft? My money is on defensive players. All right. Including linemen, by the way. Including linemen. I'm going to still go with defensive players because I think we end up drafting 2 or 3 offensive linemen, maybe 1 wide receiver and a tight end. So that's only 4. We got 9 picks as of right now. So that means the other 5 would have to go to defensive side of the ball. All right. My daughter's showing some more love. I'm not going to show that. J.O. Roden chimes in again in a response to an answer I already provided. In that case, what are the chances that the Seahawks get Deshaun Watson? I think he can be more dangerous to the Niners than Russell. I think that's the play. My gut tells me there's a 90% chance Deshaun Watson is coming to the 49ers. I tweeted it out a long time ago. As soon as they made the trade of moving Russell Wilson, I saw the compensation they got back. I was like, oh, Deshaun Watson's coming here. I knew it. I felt it in my gut. And then all of a sudden, things get cleared up today. No criminal charges against him. He's going to be playing in the NFL, more specifically in the NFC this season. And I would bet a lot of money. The Giants are the dark horse. The Giants are the dark horse. But he has that no trade clause, which means he has to agree to the team. If I'm him, I would definitely go to the Giants. It's an easier division to go in there and take over. He would immediately become the best quarterback in that division. You can't say that here in the NFC West. We got some tough guys here. You got to go out there and for all their flaws, Matt Stafford, he just won a Super Bowl. Trey Lance, we haven't seen anything. And you got Kyler Murray. I mean, he was MVP candidate for the first 8-9 weeks of the season, right? So this is a tough division to come in here and be the guy. You go to the NFC. You go to the NFC East. He is immediately better than any quarterback over there. That includes Carson Wentz. You know, Danny Dimes would be gone because he would be part of the trade package, obviously. And then you got who's the Eagles quarterback? Jalen Hurts. I'm 100% going to say Deshaun Watson would be the best quarterback in that division, and the Giants immediately become favorites to win that division. So I would go to the NFC or even the NFC South. He would be the best quarterback over there right away also. Everyone thinks that, Winston's going to be the guy for the Saints long term and all that stuff. So I would definitely go to the either NFC East or the NFC South if I want to win. But I think the Seahawks have the ammo to go up and do it. All right. Let's see here. All right, that's a question from Lindo, but it's to somebody else. So it's not to me. I won't click it. Paul Jones, how many rushing yards does Trey Lance get this season? Oh boy. You don't want I personally don't want him running a ton. But he's still good. And when plays break down, he's going to take off. I'm going to say that he's going to average about 40 yards a game. What's 40? What's 40 times 17? You're looking at 17 times 2 is 34. You do that double again. So you're looking at 68, 600 yards or so. 600. That's a lot of yards. But that's only 40 yards a game. I think Trey Lance can do something between 25 and 40. So I'm going to say 600 tops. I'm going to say 600 tops, 400 minimum. All right. Oh, man. Very straight to the point question here from Pedro. He says, do you think Trey is ready? Yes. Yes, I do. Short question, short answer. All right. All right. Here's a good one here. 4985. Tariq Cohen just got released. Do you think the Niners should give him a look? He's a pass catching running back and does well on special teams. I would absolutely give him a look. I really, really would. There's no reason not to. You definitely give him a look, right? Here we go. Sean with the contribution during a free show. This is my guy, and this is probably going to be the last one here. Do you think Jimmy's no trade clause will cause problems? Let me start here. No, I don't think so. The no trade clause expires when the new season, the new league year starts. So no, I don't think his no trade clause is going to be any problems here. And if I'm Jimmy Garoppolo, I want to get traded so I know that the $27 million guarantee is the base of whatever new contract I'm going to get. Wherever he goes is going to get reworked. If he becomes a free agent and they end up cutting him, that base is gone. He could end up signing somewhere for $25 million a year, but the guarantees, let's just say it's a 2-year deal, his guarantees might only be 20 million over those 2 years. If I'm Jimmy, any team that picks him up is going to start with that base of 27 million guaranteed. It behooves him and his agent Don Yee to take a trade, knowing that's the baseline of the current contract he's in. All right. Do you think he really will be traded or released? I'm going to go with trade 100%. My gut tells me traded. All right. 84 would give 94 a run. I agree. That's why I said it was interesting that he said 81. That's exactly why I said that. The 84 team is a solid 49ers team, man. It's a really, really good team. All right. Hey, Sudfeld is strong. Used to take it for allergies. Come on, man. I get what you're saying. I got you there. I got that joke. All right. RM said, oh, wait, that was supposed to be my last one. I'm already clicked this. So what's up, Mike? Jimmy G will be gone soon. And I agree. Happy Friday to everybody. Thank you, Troy. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. That is it, man. We went almost 20 minutes. You guys are incredible, man. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow night while I'm smoking cigars with the fellas, man. I will see you guys there. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain, but always, and I mean always, remain faithful. Breezy, take us home, Playboy.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing.
Sean, you my guy. He did it, guys. Sean knows how to extend the videos, man. Let me take this off of here. Where's that comment at? Sean knows how to extend the videos. I promise you guys that if someone sent a contribution at the end of a show, I would stop it, and he did it. Or we can see you tonight. ... See, he's controlling me, man. You guys see what Sean's doing? He's messing with me, man. Thanks for the contributions, plural, tonight. Sean, you are the man, bro. You are the man. I appreciate you and your loyal support. Give Keenan a kiss right here on the forehead for me, man. Forehead kisses for babies. Oh, I got a question for you. Do you do the thing where you smell the top of your kid's head? I did that for you. I still do that to my kids. I still do that to my kids. It's a weird thing. It's a dad thing, but that's definitely what I do. All right. So anyhow, that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Let's try it again. Take 2. Breezy, take us home. 1.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing